All right. Welcome, Eric.
David,
How you
it-
doing, bro?
it's an honor and a pleasure.
Ah.
I'm shaking hands.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Now, just give us a little quick introduction to yourself.
Well, my name is Eric. You already know we met from working at Auntie Anne's.
Yeah,
I'm the most Dominican that's not Dominican. I will say that much.
that's a great.
And I'm the new generation of conservative, liberal fuck ups in the world. It's a new breed.
It's a new breed.
Yeah.
How would you define? Take that. Take that.
Mhm.
Can you explain what that is?
Basically, I have liberal views about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Not far left liberal, but liberal views in certain stuff.
Yeah.
Legalization of cannabis. Females want to have abortion, let them do whatever the hell they want. But at the same time, I still see certain things in a conservative way. Like,
Okay.
I don't believe in this, and I don't believe in that.
So you're kind of a
Certain
centrist.
Yeah, I would say that, but more with the twist of like the way I was brought up by Dominican parents.
Ah, yes.
You know,
Now, is that why you said this is going to be the most controversial episode? Even though last time it was just.
pork chop was
pork chop was not controversial. It's just the wild, the wild side of pork chop.
okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm in my sense the controversial part about me. What I'm saying is the fact that like I don't believe in certain stuff.
Okay, it would just be more like your ideals and stuff. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So let's just go right into it then.
Like for instance, I was thinking this is a crazy thing. At work, people will complain about. I got a couple of females that they complain about, like, oh, they do too much work, this and that. They do more than this, and they want to bring up the whole gender inequality thing and the gender pay and all that. Yeah. So I told one of them, I'm like, you know that gender inequality stuff? It's bullshit.
I'm like, what do you say is bullshit?
Because think about it, right?
Yeah.
You own a business because you know how, all right, you have construction businesses. Yeah. They have both male and female. Mm-hmm. If you're a male construction worker and you're tasked with picking this heavy item up, and you're going to do it manually, a female is allowed to use something else with help. Why am I got to get paid the same as her? If I'm going to do more manual labor and I can risk myself getting hurt more, you know? Same thing with services. You have stuff in where, like agencies and other places where like, if I'm a person who owns a business of like, service agent, something of like, I need clients, right? Yeah. And I know this guy I get two people coming up to me. I have an open position. I get this gentleman over here who has, let's say, 10 years in the business, and he has X amount of clients where like, oh, snap. I know from him, I'm going to have money generated towards my way. I'm going to have good revenue coming my way. He has connections.
Yeah.
The lady, female, she also has the same 10-year experience. They both have the same credentials.
Yeah.
The only difference is the male has more clients. His service is going to provide better value in terms of bringing in revenue and money. The female is not.
But you're already creating a situation where the female's at a disadvantage.
Well, why?
She should. But by your like what you just explained to me, right? In the situation, the guy already had more clients, even though they had the same amount of experience. So, but why is that? Why did the guy have more clients than the female did?
Why? Because of his track record. Probably the people he knows, connections.
So you're saying that men are able to have more connections than female do?
Some. Depends on the business. That's the thing.
So it depends on the business now?
Yes.
What kind of business?
All right. I'll give you a good example. You go to a bar, right? Who do you feel more comfortable talking with? A male bartender or a female bartender?
You're right. Give me that one. Yeah. A male bartender. I get nervous around females sometimes.
All right.
Yeah.
There's bars in where, how should I say, the female bartenders are the more, like, I go to this bar called CJ's. Love that bar. Shout out to CJ's bar in Queens. And the bartenders there are all females, no male bartenders. Nothing. Yeah. Beautiful women, gorgeous. And they all know how to, each one is different in their own way, but they all know how to interact with the guests. Like there's one, she's very rough and tough, but very like in a nice way.
Yeah.
You know, like she'll be like, listen, you piece of shit. Like there's bar patrons who are there early for her to open up the bar for the happy hour.
Oh, wow.
And then other girls are the same way. There's one that's like, they're just really, how should I say? They're hot, so they're beauty. They use that advantage, but at the same time, they'll give you that little bit of like, I'm interested in you, but I'm not really interested in you.
Yeah.
And us as men with alcohol in our system, it's over. Yeah. We're suckers, That's true. With male bartenders, you really don't get that. Like, if I'm a guy and I go to, I'm like, he's a cool dude. All right, I have me a couple of drinks. Are you gonna hook me up with one more? Cool. I'm done. I'm going. But with a female bartender, I'm gonna be there for a minute. And if she's connecting with me, because that's another thing about bartenders, they're the unsung therapists of the world.
Unsung therapists of the world?
Yes. So
okay.
And like I said, any business that you're in, like if I own a bar, again, when people talk about gender equality, everybody needs to be in the same playing field. If I own a bar and I know this girl's got to get me more clients, more tips for her, more people are going to be drinking than this guy, then I'm going to pick the girl. Yeah. Again, I'm not being biased off female or male. I'm looking at it from the point of view of like, you're going to make me money. You're not. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Deuces. Same thing, like I said, with other thing. And then if I know, like, if you own a restaurant as well, if I have a male server and I have a female server, if the male server is faster, quicker, and he knows how to operate better in the best section, I'll give it to him. If it's a female, I'll give it to her. It's not about the equality. It's about, in my point of view, the money. Who's going to generate that revenue? Who's going to be the best one at what they do?
So you're saying it's all about skill.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then as we all know, like Wu-Tang said, cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. $1 bill, y'all. Money rules everything. All right. So whenever I hear, like, for instance, we have with sports, there's people who say that female soccer players for the USA national team should be paid at the same point as men's national team, or a little, or
around the same age,
around that ballpark and stuff. But I say, why?
Yeah,
the men play more. They play, a lot of men play overseas, or they just they're in the MLS, and at the same time, they're generating more money for the companies. They're generating more money for advertisements when when it's World Cup, or right now you got the Copa America in South America, or CONCACAF. Who are people coming to watch these eyeballs? It's the men. I don't see a guy saying, well, I'm gonna go get this girl from the team USA, Alex Morgan. I'm gonna go buy myself an Alex Morgan jersey. No, they're saying I'm gonna go get myself a Cristiano Ronaldo jersey, or a Messi, or a Neymar, or a Mbappe. It's you have to look at it from the side of like, I'm not saying to be a pig in any way. It's at the sense of like, hey, listen, I believe in the golden rule that money is over everything. And
so you're looking at it from a profitable point of view. Okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Like, I can't say that men or can't really say that because I'm not really sure, but I understand what your point is.
Yeah, I'm not trying to base it off like
no. Cool.
Like I hate women. Yeah. No, you bring me more money than him, I have no problem putting you there.
So you're saying, so just because you look at it that way does not mean you hate women.
Yeah.
Even though the people may think you will, because you're portraying them as like basically like a cash cow.
Exactly. I mean, and at the end of the day, in the society we live in now, everyone's PC.
I think you're looking more at a capitalist point of view then. Yeah, I feel it.
And like I said, like I'll go back to the one with like the construction worker, the physical ability of compared to a male.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound fucked up, but 2019. And we know who our president is, so if he could grab by the pussy and say it, I could say, listen,
go ahead, finish.
I can say like, am I really gonna again, it's gonna sound fucked up, but it's like at the end of the day, like if I'm in the business, I'm like, damn, she looked pregnant. That's 9 months. She's gonna be off. That's fucking on my work schedule. You or she has she can do certain X work that the other guy could do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, I believe women's like, all right, I believe that they can all be in the same position, whatever. But like you said, from a capitalist point of view, I'm gonna go whoever brings me the money. from like a point of view of like someone who's like business owning, is like, all right, like she can't do this. I'd rather have a guy who can actually do it, or if a female bodybuilder comes in, oh, she could do it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's not
it's not
bashing.
Yeah, it's not whether it's a guy or a girl or whatever. It's more the fact who has the skill to bring me the most money, and
who can do the job. That's it. Like, and the crazy thing is there's people bring up gender inequality like it's just men against women. There's the vice versa effect of it.
How?
There's females who get picked over men for certain jobs based off their looks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's funny because a professor of mine used to tell me, David, you could show me a male secretary, I'll give you $100 in this school alone. I couldn't find one. But that's not because of the looks. It's just, I guess, certain jobs are portrayed as more. Mm-hmm. When you think of secretary, you think of a woman more than another guy, correct?
Exactly.
Even though they could both do the same job.
Exactly.
What I mean?
Same thing if you go to the hospital.
Nurses?
Nurses. The majority are
women.
Do men complain?
I don't know. I mean, guys don't really have much to complain about.
Exactly.
But I mean, I understand why women well, I'm gonna say complain, but just how would I say this? Complain. Yeah, all right. Complain or just
bring it towards the attention.
Yeah, bring it towards attention that it's. I guess it's wrong because they just overlooked. Because of
But like I said, the same would apply to like other places, and where like some men feel like, damn, like I should have gotten that job. Like she just got it because she got big racks. She got like her tits are huge, and and the same thing could be the other way around. It could be you got a female boss who'll hire a male guy just because he looks cute, and then the female's like, damn. That's what I'm saying. There's no such thing as gender inequality. There's just the fact of who's gonna bring me more money, who's gonna do the work better, and who's gonna get hired by a sleazy boss.
So it's more of a bias then. The personal bias of the person that's hiring.
Yeah. So it's like there's no inequality because, like I said, you go to a hospital, nurses are predominantly females. Mm-hmm. Men who work as nurses, they're not complaining. I don't hear picket fences. I don't hear pitchforks and signs for of men across the world. Yeah. We need more male nurses. If I'm an old perv, right, and I'm sick, what do I want? This hot nurse, whether she's hot or not, whatever. But this female nurse, she knows how to take care of me. She's gonna know how to talk to me into doing stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna trust a guy like, all right, man, you're a nurse, but I'm really iffy with you. I don't know if if a woman just has a way of talking to a man and where they can relax him and get him calm.
Yeah.
And again, there's males who don't have that ability. So that's why you have more female nurses, I think. And there's no uproar over there's a whole bunch of female nurses than male. That's why when I hear people talk about gender inequality, pay gap and stuff like that, it's basically, all right, have you seen this field? This field's predominantly female. Mm-hmm.
So do you think there's like a Mandela effect? In the sense that that's just something everybody just believes in because everybody just goes with it. It's like how C-3PO?
Yeah.
And everybody thinks he's like gold, but he actually has like a silver leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Mandela effect. Everybody thinks that a certain way just because of, I guess, just a preconceived notion societal.
That, and also we live in a time in where everything is nitpicked, like literally down to the last molecule, like for no reason, because to me it's like, all right, society has been going like this for past 60 years. Let's go at 50 or 60 years, right? All of a sudden, wait, this is wrong. No, we got to change it now.
Yeah.
What? Like, why?
Well, change is inevitable, bro. Change has to happen.
Not forced change, though. Forced change where something is actually working or something that's, again, I feel bad for females who like get looked over like, all right, but at the same time, we shouldn't be taking something and just booming it up just because of like, all right, the times that we live in.
Yeah.
And everybody wants to jump on that wave.
So
that's what it is.
What's your, I guess, what's your, the forced change, the one that you, like, just, that angers you most?
Telling people that it's like gay marriage, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like you could go to like, oh, it's okay to like gay people to be married by church and stuff like that. Now I'm not a church person, whatnot. God knows that everyone. I'm far from like
holy.
Yeah. Like if there was, you know how they say 12 deadly sins, I'm the missing 13th sin. Like Erica's just a sin. That's how bad I am.
12 deadly. There are 7.
Is it 7?
I believe so. 7 capital sins, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm up there.
You're 8.
And, you know.
Go ahead.
Like, all right. In the sense of me saying that is like, all right. I hear people say like, oh, marriage was created for this and that, right? And people want to go off the Bible and all that stuff. And if you go back on the Bible, there is no mention of man and man or woman and woman. So why is it that we want to, like, again, force it down people? Mm-hmm. Like, or gay people just want to get that forced in, like, oh, we have to get married by church. Mm-hmm. No, just go get your papers signed and that's it.
Well, some people are religious. They want to get married.
Just get your papers signed.
Well, some people are religious. They want to get married to church.
The only religion where I know it's more acceptable in terms of being together and like doesn't like your sexuality and stuff like that really doesn't matter is Buddhism.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Buddhism has like a, well, I mean, I wouldn't know, but like a ritual for marriage or anything like that.
Exactly. Like,
I don't think it has one.
I was watching
I don't think you could have sex in Buddhism. Well, you absolve yourself from all the earthly tethers to this land.
Well, so look at people in Thailand. It's a rampant sex paradise.
Yeah, but well, for others,
yeah,
you know, I don't know. Some people of the LGBTQ are religious and they want to get married to the church. That's cool, I guess.
But again,
like, I mean, I don't believe in marriage. That's
well, that's a inherent Dominican trait.
Yeah, the Dominican marriage. Yes, yes.
You know, the most common of all marriages now because everyone's just like on that. They're on that wave.
Yeah,
but like again with the whole gay marriage, it's like, all right, like y'all can be together. No, nothing against y'all being together. But I don't want to be hearing the whole we need to get it done by the church. Mm-hmm. Just get the paper. Like I personally, my personal opinion on marriage is I don't need a court paper to tell me I'm with someone. I don't need the church to tell me I'm with someone. If I'm buying you a ring that is costing me 5 fingers and 2 legs, then best believe I love you and I want to be with you forever.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it right there. Mm-hmm. You know,
the ring is
the ring.
The ring is marriage.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
none of this ritual. No,
that's overblown. That's overrated. Mm-hmm. You know, and the crazy thing is, there's stats that back it up now. Like our generation and the prior generation, marriage is only lasting an average of I think like about 5 to 7 years now, and then you're in divorce. But yet the debt that you put yourself in from the wedding and all that stuff, all that's forever.
Yeah, true.
You know, and then there's some cases in where the female wants to keep the ring, the wife wants to keep the ring, even though the husband bought it. Like, no, give it back. I got to pay for all that extra stuff. I'm gonna pawn your
pawn the ring.
I'm gonna pawn that shit up. I need that bread. You know. If your daddy ain't help pay for this marriage and I'm the one doing everything,
you know, technically they're supposed to pay. You're supposed to help pay for the marriage, technically, if you want to go by that.
But at the same, and at the same time, it's like Dominican marriage. That's why I tell people Dominican marriage is just work. Just be with the person, live with them together, and y'all have kids. Y'all have kids. Y'all don't. But y'all can be together, living together. There's no need for either the church or the government to say you are allowed to be together.
What?
You know?
That's You know, I don't know, man.
You don't believe in like you what do you feel like something of like you need like a paper?
No, I don't need any of those things.
Like validation is not needed. Which is a lot which is like something like what this society is too.
Yeah.
It's
validated people. Yeah. Society needs, I don't know why, bro. Like everybody wants to be validated. I think I tell you, I say all the time, you validate yourself.
Yeah.
You know, through your work, through who you are, through your personality. I don't need anybody else to validate me.
Exactly.
You know?
And I don't know why people just want that validation. Like they want to get married to be validated that they're together. Why? So doesn't your 10,000 pictures on Facebook and Instagram of your vacation, isn't that validation enough for everyone to know?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, from what I know from my girl tells me, it's just something that means a lot to her. And I just...
Yeah, I've heard that. But at the end of the day, it's like, listen, you see my bank account? Yeah. That bank account, it ain't going up in a lot of years.
Yeah.
There's a wedding involved with all the extra stuff.
We have to also, look at it at cost, what can be done, what can't be done.
Like if there is a full sense of validation, court papers, that's it. Court papers, and everybody goes to BBQ afterwards. Celebrate.
It's not bad though. You get some good shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people. Now I won't. This is the part where me being I'm a hypocrite to the bone, and I do enjoy a wedding party.
Oh yeah.
So if people who are getting married, yes, I still would like to come to your wedding party. Expect for me to be around the food area and stuff like that. But
catering.
Yeah, like
surprised you didn't go to the.
Nah, it conflicted with my schedule of like because the thing is at my job is based off the hours. So I had
you have enough hours?
You
have enough hours?
San Francisco was coming up.
Oh yeah.
And the thing,
how was San Francisco?
It's it just I don't know what it is. I won't say San Francisco in itself. I don't know if it's just California. The vibe of Cali is just so chill and relaxed.
Yeah,
knowing that their state is on the equator line or like not the equator line, the San Andreas Fault. Like it's like it's an earthquake away from getting split from the United States.
Deaf?
Yeah. And people are just like, fuck it. Hence the reason I think.
Wouldn't you think that would create more of a sense of urgency? Because you have that, and then you have, wildfires could appear at any time. You know?
Yeah, but I feel they. Well, again, I went in San Francisco. I was a little bit in Oakland, and I went to Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz or Santa Monica? I think Santa Monica. Wait, was it?
Santa Monica. Well, I wouldn't know.
I think it was Santa Cruz. Yeah, Santa Cruz. And then the vibe and thing of everybody was like
very chill, right?
Chill.
Yeah.
Not personally, but I believe a lot of that has to do with the legalization of cannabis.
I think Cali always had that kind of chill.
That vibe?
Yeah. The sun is out all the time.
Yeah.
They got the beach right there.
The Wild Wild West vibe.
The Wild West vibe.
I mean, even us, we have the beach and stuff, but we're just so.
But no, we don't, bro. That don't count. That doesn't count. The only thing that counts is maybe Long Island.
Well, yeah, Long Island has cleaner beaches. But you know what the funny thing is? Is that anytime somebody goes like, oh, basically when we used to work in Auntie Anne's, and we're like, oh, you're not going to DR? I was like, why? Why am I going to go to DR? This is when DR had its heyday of all. For anybody who complains about DR now and all these things that are happening, back in the day, it was way worse.
Oh, yeah.
Way worse.
Way worse.
Now people are more safe than ever. It's just people who...
Yeah, it's more of an isolated incident than anything else.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But it's not like... I think we have to separate both the liquor that goes inside the... I mean, you would know. I mean, maybe if you would know or not. But do you buy the liquor from the same warehouse that you get that needs to be sold in the bar, or is it different? Because I'm thinking maybe for me it was more of cutting cost.
Yes, there are.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
You cut costs so you can put the cheap liquor in the room, and you get the more federally accepted liquor at the bars, at least inside the hotel.
Yes, because when I went to Cancun and I go and I see the like once you go in there, you got your little wine bar area, your bar and stuff, and they have one brand that over here and most bars is considered house brand.
Yeah,
is Barton vodka. It's a brand named Barton.
I know Burns.
Yeah, that's house.
It's cheap.
Yeah,
it's cheap
house brand. So I'm there and I was like, look at you trying to impress me with house vodka.
That's funny.
You know, and I'm sorry, house tequila. And I was like, I was like, and I was like, thinking to myself, I'm like, I wonder what they have at the bar.
Yeah.
Then I go to the bar and like when getting a couple of drinks and stuff, I was looking at their stuff and I'm like, yo, they have nothing. They like maybe 5, 6. I would say at most 10 name brands. Everything else,
the bar?
Yes, like Hennessy, Ciroc, Jameson, Jack Daniels. You know the what people know.
Yeah.
And everything else was like house brand stuff. Like,
wow.
You know, and then as I'm drinking some of it, I'm like, yo, this shit ain't really fucking me up. Now, then again, Mexico is known for its tequila. So their tequila, that shit was like, okay, boom. Like you have your good selection of tequila, but everything else. So I feel like, yeah, it's an isolated instance, like you said, because they're probably cutting costs with liquor.
Yeah.
And then,
although, even though it's late into the conversation, but we're talking about the 7 incidents in the hotels in DR.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. Just in case anybody doesn't know.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Because the thing I was going to reflect back to like people was the fact that if people think DR is bad, like it's
back
just
then was just even worse.
Oof.
Yeah.
Like for instance, I remember when we were working with Juan. I don't know if you were there when Juan went to DR.
Juan Boca de Tanguera, man.
Yeah, he went to DR in his own hood. He got robbed.
Oh yeah.
In his own hood, he got robbed.
Damn, bro.
You know, my uncle in DR, he rides in his Jeep. He got that desert next to him because he knows.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Yeah. Like where he lives in DR, he has this guy who walks around with a copeta, that shotgun.
What you mean?
And this guy's just walking with that out. Junior, my brother was there. He saw him, and he's just walking. He's like, "Oh, you guys are good. You guys are good. Okay, good." He's just walking around with that shotgun.
Yeah.
Right. You know, like if y'all think those isolated incidents at the resorts, oh, we're not gonna go to DR. Oh, y'all have not really been to DR. Y'all just enjoying the Punta Cana, Sosua area, all that resort stuff. You know, but like back to what I was saying is like in regards to the beaches was whenever like we was working on Cians, people would ask me, hey, why don't you go to DR anymore? And I was like, why am I gonna go to DR? All I have to do is just go to the Bronx and go to Orchard Beach. And they were like, that makes no sense. I'm like, think about it. Summertime in the Bronx is popping. There's music always playing. Niggas is always outside drinking, and they always playing dominoes or something. Everyone's chilling.
I don't know. The Bronx gets a bit wild in the summer. Well, everybody gets wild.
Exactly. And I was like, you know, the only thing about DR that it has good is the resorts and stuff. Yeah, the landscape and everything is nice. Like when we went back in 2017, Junior? Yeah.
Junior's here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my brother Junior's here. Shout out to Junior.
Yeah.
When we woke up and I went out and when we woke up, my uncle's pad, and I woke up and that smell hit me of like Commodore horse.
The DR smell. That finca smell.
That shit shivers down my spine of how amazing it was. I was like, I pulled the rock. I did it. I did the rock, man. And
when the salami hits, Jesus, man.
And like I said, it's weird because at the same, like I was saying before, I'm the most Dominican that's really not Dominican in the sense of like, I believe in Dominican marriage. Dominican values are to the core, you know, secret families and all that stuff.
That's a secret family.
Yeah. I'll tell you a quick story about a taxi driver.
All right, go ahead.
I was running late to work.
Yeah.
And I got in a taxi. And then this guy, he was on his phone, so he's talking to someone.
Yeah.
And he's just telling this person, like, yo, you know, I love you and all that. And then what pissed me off, like, it was raining that day. So, like, traffic on the fucking conduit going to work was was hectic. So I was like, damn, I'm gonna be here for a minute. So as I'm texting my supervisor, like, yo, I'm gonna be running late. I'm hearing this guy's conversation, and he's telling whatever girl he has, whatever he was, like, oh, he loves you. I'll see you tomorrow. Da, 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 da. Cool. 5 minutes later, he gets a phone call, and he goes like, coño, me está llamando esta maldita mujer. And I was like, and he looks back at me. He was like, primo. Oh, I'm saying Spanish, but
no, you good.
He goes like, primo, yo voy a tener el teléfono. ¿Está bien? I'm like, no, está bien. Go ahead. Telling me he's gonna be on the phone. So I'm like, yeah, go ahead. It's cool.
What did he say before though? Before he told you about the phone?
Oh, he said, God damn, this woman's calling me. When he said, coño, esta maldita mujer.
Yeah.
And see, anyone who knows a Dominican guy, once you say, coño, esta maldita mujer, it is your wife. It is your wife.
It is the wife that's calling.
So he picks up. He was like, hey, Viva. And he goes like, hey, what's going on? So he was like, yeah, I picked them up. I already dropped them off at your mom's house, this and that. And all I hear from him, like right after that, is like, coño, pero yo te dije, like. And then he's just there rambling, and then towards the end, like, really, really pissed off with her. Like, I don't know what it was, but towards the end of the conversation, like, he starts calming down, whatever. He goes like, sí, mira, yo voy a estar trabajando mañana un doble, si no te voy a ver mañana.
Yeah.
Yo te voy a ver el próximo día. And in my head, I was like, this nigga. He just literally said to the other person, his secret, his side chick or whatever, he's going to see her, he loves her and all that. So his wife, he's like, I don't have time for you. I'm going to
see you the next
day. And he's pissed off at her. But, and again, like, I'm there and I'm like, so proud of this man. He's Dominican. He's upholding that secret family tradition.
That's so bad, bro. That's so bad.
It is, but in a sense, it's like, you ever seen, I posted this one time on my Instagram newsfeed. I was like, it's a meme where they say, all Dominican men are faithful, right? And it's a common thing in where, all right, I'll give you a good example. It's at my job. When some of the girls, they'll be like, oh, we don't date Dominican men. It's like, why not? Why wouldn't you date a Dominican?
Yeah.
And they're all like, because you guys are cheaters. Mm-hmm. You guys can't keep your dick in your pants. Yeah. And I'm like, that's not true. We're not cheaters. Mm-hmm. We just like exploring other options and then realizing, comparing, contrasting, should we stay with this one or should we continue forward? When we don't want to waste your time.
Yeah.
And I just told them like that. And they're like, no, you guys are all cheaters. I'm like, well, what about, other people that cheat and stuff like that? Like, why don't you? Like, no, but you Dominicans are proud of cheating. So I had a smirk on my face.
Because you were...
I had a smirk on my face, and in my head, I was like, I'm not going to go against my peoples, And they're like, see, Eric, that's what we mean. I'm like, what? I just like, my face just moved up. Nothing.
What do you think that is? I don't know. Is it just because you said you would like to, well, I'm not a cheater, but we like to compare our choices? Or we like to have different choices?
You know what? Nah, I say it's the fact of like the super machismo of the Spanish man.
Oh God,
like, or
so
like all like Latin Spanish men, Hispanics. We're just super machismo.
Yeah,
super. I don't think there's any other ethnicity who has more machismo-ness than us.
Well, what is machismo?
Like, we dominate everything. Mm-hmm. Women listen when we talk to you.
Well, they have to listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. The Arabs. Shout out to my Arabs. They up there. Shout out to them. They know how to keep it. 7, 8, 10 wives, and they all
4 wives.
I mean,
sorry.
I've seen some come through with a squad, so I'd be like, my man.
Yeah, they definitely hit that.
Yeah. And the sense of like telling the woman what to do, like we run stuff, we have the power. We're the breadwinners of the family. We'll bring it in.
It's just old school way of thinking, though.
Yeah, it's that mentality from like way back then.
Yeah,
and it's keeps getting passed on to generations.
But I think it's changing though. Then people are less, at least Latinos are less machismo now more than ever.
Yeah, you have the new gen people who are less like, they forget about being machismo. Like, it's like, how did it skip you? Like you should be knowing. Now then again,
it's problematic when you're like that.
Yeah,
because you try to be obsessive over everything. Because I'm not like that. I'll let you know. I'm not machismo at all. I'm just whatever. But it's just from what I've seen, you just tend to have way more problems if you do become, because eventually your girl, maybe your wife, becomes that esa maldita mujer that you have to get a side chick. Exactly. So now you have to what? Work harder, maybe, to make both of them happy, right? Exactly. Let's say, for example, you have what if you have a son or a child with the girl that you were talking to on the phone before?
Secret family.
In secret family, yeah. So now you got to provide for both the secret family and la maldita mujer. That was the wife.
Yes, but I found out a technique to this. Kitchen nigga that works on my job.
Kitchen nigga.
Dominican. He's my people. Shout out to my boy Randy, and Carlos. It's basically, if you're with the Dominican, like you have your Dominican wife and whatever, understand that if you're fed up with her and you have your main, your side chick stuff, your other one secret family and stuff, all you really got to do is just come home, hear her nag, complain about stuff, and then just go and be more happy with your secret family.
Well, you might as well just let go of your main family, become happy with your secret family.
Dominicans, we can't do that.
Oh God.
It's you see what it's crazy. Like it's a
so
never.
You like suffering in a sense.
Some do, not me.
I mean, not you, obviously. But I'm saying
there's men who they love that challenge. It's
challenge.
Yeah.
What? That's not a challenge. That is a headache.
Some people like that,
bro. I can't.
Some people are wired like that.
Nah, I need to. Every time I go home, I go to sleep peacefully.
Isolation and peace. Yeah.
I don't need to have secret family or what. Nah, bro. What? Forget about it.
But hence, this is where I'm saying I'm Dominican, but I'm not really, because I don't embrace that that
to the fullest extent.
Yes, that crazy. Like, all right, for instance, Dominican lifestyle is like, hoy se bebe, a donde está la hookah.
Oh God.
You know.
Yeah.
And just to let people know, hookah fucking sucks. It's trash. It's fucking trash.
Bro, you about to kill everybody.
Jesus Christ. Everyone gets on this hookah wave. And I'm there like, what is this? And then here's what's funny. I was doing hookah with my boys from Flushing High School. Shout out to my squad, Wham.
What?
Yes, what a man.
What a man?
Junior's nickname is the Stud Muffin.
No way.
And so we used to go out in Astoria, and once we were all of age, and either 21 and stuff like that, and we used to go to the these Arab lounges, Egyptian lounges.
Oh yeah, I've been there before.
And damn, what was the name of I think it was called King Tut. Yeah, King Tut Lounge. And you'd never really see other areas, or how should I say, other people of either of different ethnicities, really on the hookah. No. You were just seeing these.
It's mainly Arab. It's a mainly Arab thing.
So we started getting on that wave. So I'm like, yo, this is popping. Then I got off of it because it's to me, I wasn't really feeling it. And it was fun at first, couple of times and whatever and all that stuff. But then I just got off it. My friends, we just we weren't really. First of all, it was expensive back in the day.
Yeah.
And because you were getting some good shit, you were getting some good good flavors and stuff like that, and it was popping for us when we first started doing it. Now that everyone's does is yeah,
they're drugging it.
Yeah, really, really killing it. I would making it so everyone needs to do it. Everyone does not need it. Do you know how many people that are crazy over hookah now, 20, 25, 30 years down the road, are going to be fucked up with a whole bunch of cancer?
I don't know, bro.
Because one puff of hookah is equivalent to 10 cigarettes.
Yeah, but let's go with that.
Well, as they say.
I don't know, because Arabs have a long history of using hookah.
Yeah.
I don't think they have a long history of cancer. Maybe because they don't do it as much as we do.
Yeah.
Because basically just people do it every day.
Yeah.
And they just do it recreationally, but once, twice a day for tea time or whatever. So I guess it's the usage. It's the usage.
Yeah, because you got Dominicans now who they wake up and they got the hookah right next to them and they're hitting the hookah. I'm like why? You're in, and then you have lounges like when we went to when me and my brother went to DR, there was this one lounge. My older brother took us to. Shout out to my older brother Ricardo, and we were there, and everyone's doing hookah, and I'm like, I sucked at doing hookah because, like, I'm a cannabis enthusiast. I take a nice pull.
You don't. Yeah,
I knew that.
Yeah.
No. So I was struggling with it, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, yo, this is so
trash.
Yeah, like it just, And the thing is, compare back then. Like I can remember still, like when you have something good in life, you always remember it, right? And I can still remember the great flavors that I got from that hookah lounge that I went to, like that melon flavor. Oh my god, that. And like I said, because the guy was like, "Yo, this is we get our stuff from Egypt." So I was like, "This is good stuff," but now it's like, everybody just doesn't. You're like, all right, yeah, cool, but like for that, just go buy yourself a pack of Newports and smoke 10 of them shits if you're gonna be doing hookah, And
but the same Newports stink.
And to me, hookah, like I said, it's just overrated. It sucks. It's whack. It's overrated. Yeah. And I never see really. And I hate when people try to come at me about like, oh, but you smoke weed. It's way worse. I was like,
no, it's not. First of all, no, it's not.
I tell people, listen, how is it worse? Oh, because you don't know, like if you're high, you could hurt yourself and stuff like that. I was like, listen, no, wrong. Weed relaxes you. It calms your nerves, right? It helps you if you have a loss of appetite. Ask cancer patients, ask people going through chemotherapy and stuff like that, The CBD aspect of it, now it's becoming very mainstream. And people are using it for its medical like benefits, which are, I don't know if you've heard of Charlotte's Web.
You mean the book?
No. It's this little girl. I'm trying to remember what her. So there's a CBD strain, right? That these brothers came up with because it was for this little girl. She is it epilepsies? Or see, she used to like suffer from something really. I think it was epilepsy.
Epilepsy?
Yeah, like really, really bad. So the parents were like trying to find a way.
Yeah.
And they were taking her to the hospital. They were, all this. They were putting all this medication. So, once you get all that pharmaceutical stuff in you, it's really fucking you up. It's not even making you better. And the parents then decided to, we're gonna, like, they did their research and stuff. And they go like, we're gonna go this route.
Yeah.
So when they went the route of cannabis and using CBD, they were looking to see what they could get. So they found out from these 4 brothers who have their own cultivation, and they said we specifically are not specifically, but we're mainly more of a CBD for medical purposes. So they explained to her it's for their daughter. The parents explained. So they were like, all right, we'll do this for your daughter where it doesn't have the THC, which is like the one that gets you high mentally and mentally and all that. Mm-hmm. And after they did they did it for them, like once the brothers made it for her and stuff like that, the parents gave it to the daughter. So over time, you started seeing a progress. Like they gave her small dosage, and then if she was having, let's say, 10 or like 10, 12 epilepsy like reactions and stuff, it got cut down to like 5. It got cut down in half by a small dosage. So throughout the time, the parents, it moderately increased a little bit, and then if I remember correctly, like after a couple of weeks and into a month, I would say after a month, gone.
Yeah, she was getting a lot of dosage every day.
No, it was very small. Yeah, very small. The parents started out very small, and then they never went to like the max, give her something like really crazy. Yeah, it was maybe like at first was like maybe like a small drop in the mouth or stuff like that, and then once she was like fully cured but under control, like she wasn't suffering how she was. So then the brothers decided, like, the little girl's name is Charlotte, and they named that the strain. Oh yeah, and they named that CBD strain after her. So people now who like,
I know you could trademark a strain. That was weird.
Mm-hmm. Like people now who like go in for CBD medical stuff, more or less, they're referred more to go use Charlotte's Web, get a thing from that, because that really, really. And then there's a whole bunch of other cases of people with who suffer from seizures, people who are paralyzed and they can't control their like there's like people who have a lot of suffering. There is study. Even you could go look it up on YouTube, Google it, all the information you need, and you'll realize that these people go once they start getting CBD treatment and medical marijuana treatment, they're way better than what they were when they were on pharmaceutical stuff.
I think people are very stuck on just the negative aspect of when they were growing up to marijuana. They think that it was just a regular drug like coke.
Yeah,
I guess they relate marijuana to coke.
Well,
to marijuana to crack. You know, I guess just if you start from marijuana, you're eventually gonna go. Is the whole gateway drug?
Oh, that
the
is
whole gateway drug episode.
Yes, I remember the DARE, and when you're in health class in school, marijuana is a gateway drug.
Yep.
Lies.
It's all lies.
Fake news. Shout out Donald Trump. And I told you the man creates great catchphrases. Off topic, but the man creates great catchphrases. But I've never tried crack, LSD, heroin, any other thing. Cocaine I've done. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
How was
James
that?
said it.
How was that?
Man,
I haven't done it.
It's a party within the party.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the times that I've done coke, I've also mixed liquor and with marijuana. So I call it the Three Amigo party.
Sounds like you want to die. And
you're so balanced. I like my mind is like everyone's moving mad slow, but I'm just at a calm pace.
Yeah. Like
my heart's not racing. Everything's just slow motion for me. And it was just cool. The 2 times that I did, man, good stuff.
Where did you do it?
It was one of my friend's house party in the Bronx, and then this other party. Shout out to my crew, BBH. We used to have these parties at what's this shit called, the Piers in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah. For damn, I will say about maybe 8-10 years ago, we used to have these summer parties in the Piers, and where all people did was we dubbed it Stoner Port.
Stoner Port.
Yes. Oh, it was a group, once you say we're gonna go to Stoner, it started off as somebody goes like, yo, I'm at the Piers. So everyone's like, all right, we were chilling on Union Square. And someone says, yo, we'll go to the Piers and chill. So we all went to the Piers. And once we were there, we went to the top area because the restaurants and everything else was closed off. So nobody really up there. So, and you really don't even get cops out there like that.
Yeah.
And when we were there, people were bringing bottles. You had people who had weed. And then everyone who knew everyone was like, yo, this place is hot. Come through. We were just coming. It just became a thing. And they were there. And you're like, wait a second. Is this a club or this is just a pier? And the funny thing is, there's a club downstairs, a lounge club thing in the thing downstairs, right? And we had more people upstairs enjoying themselves than downstairs. We had a couple of people come up and be like, oh, we from downstairs, but this is more popping up here.
Yeah.
And then if you had a bottle, you don't mind who you're, somebody had a cup, you'll pour them.
Yeah.
It's
that kind of vibe.
Yeah, you had weed, you pass it along. Yeah. My man's Manchester, Jared, he was like, he calls me over, British. And he goes like, yo.
That's what it's called, Manchester?
Yeah. And he was like, EMC, come here, brother. So I was like, Manchester, what's up, brother? He was like, here, take this bump. Pulls out the key with the coke. And I was like, whoa. It's like, yo, come now. Don't worry, you're good. Remember last time? Oh, funny thing is, he was the one who at the Bronx party who also blessed me with coke. Free coke. I will only do coke if it's free or if I go to Colombia. Those are my golden rules to coke.
Respected.
Yeah, if it's free or I go to Colombia. Other thing else, not. But I do my bumps, and then again I was drinking and smoking, and everything was just so chill, slow motion, calm, cool, collected. And we had, I would say maybe about 4 or 5 more Stoner Port events.
Oh wow!
Yeah, one of them we ended up in the brawl. Yeah, we fucked some nigga. Oh, bad. The other times everyone was chill. I guarantee you this. Babies were made because of that. Relationships were broken. New relationships were started.
Off the broken ones?
Yeah. Like, girls got pulled to. Girls were slutty. Some were very respectful, but other girls were like, they were about that. Pull them up to the side and do stuff. And Stoner Pro was. Oh man, those were really good times.
Sounds like BBH was an important part of your life.
Oh, very much, very much.
Can you? I don't know if it's like a secret or not. What is BBH?
It's a brotherhood. We go to hardcore shows. We do parties. This Saturday we're gonna be having our.
Oh, so it's still a thing.
Yes, we're still
a group. I thought it got.
No. I mean, we're all older and stuff. Like now, we just let the young bucks run the. Bucks. Yeah, and they do their things at shows. Like when I was telling you about hardcore music and shows.
Yeah, you listen to that one,
bro. Yeah. You should go to a show, bro. You got the bill. Trust me.
I got the bill.
If Andy could do spin kicks, my nigga.
Andy was doing. Nah, you lying.
Andy does spin kicks
Andy
and cartwheels.
Andy was doing spin kicks.
Junior went to a show one time with us.
Yeah.
I've gotten punched in the face. I actually fights have happened. I fought some dude. Afterwards, we gave daps because his main man was like, I was fucking him up bad. And he was like, BBH is a brotherhood. Like we all watch for each other's back and stuff like that. Yeah, we had our ups and downs, like bumps here in the road, but never
little bumps.
Yeah. But we all maintain, like I still keep in contact. We all grown up, we all grown and we all like works and stuff like that. We all divided, but we stay in touch. I still stay in touch with some of them. I really like some of the new ones, like Young Bucks. I haven't really like mingled enough with them. Wait,
so there's actually
still going on.
No. Like people actually call Young Bucks to be like, no? It's like a Young Buck like
young,
or it's just
no, it's like the young kids around. Yeah. It's like, all right, because like I'm part of the OG generation of the group, so now we got the young ones.
The young bucks. That's the young bucks.
And I was dubbed. The way I was put on was through music and chilling with my boy Kevin Tubby. Shout out to him. He was like, "Yo, come through and listen to this music." So I would say this: I'm blessed with the fact that I love music.
Yeah,
and I say I'm blessed just because I listen to all types of things. Except mumble rap, it's fucking trash. And so I go to this show in the West Village in the West 4th. Liked it. Became really nice. Like he introduced it, like, oh, this is my boy. I met a couple of dudes there I'm still friends with now. And we had a common thing. Like, oh, we like this music. Like, I'm like, oh, this music is good, you know? And they were like, you should come to the next show. So it just started like that, me just coming to shows and then me getting invited to like, yo, they're having a party, come through, and I went. What put me over was, and it's sad because my boy, like I'll tell a story and then, so we went to a show in Brooklyn College. There's actually a YouTube video of the fight.
No way.
Yeah, it's very, like if you look it up, BBH Brooklyn College Brawl, something like that. Brooklyn College Brawl, it'll come up. It's very choppy because it's like, maybe like 9, 10, 12 years ago. Like at that, yeah. So that's when YouTube was still coming. Like,
like
so,
02, 03.
Nah.
No, less?
No, like
like 07?
07, 08, around, no. Yeah, around 07, 08, around that time frame.
So people had their races out.
And, what was it? My back. So yeah, so we're at the show. Mm-hmm. So I'm just there. And I see my boy, he's dancing on some nigga. So he's known for his windmill kicks and his spin kicks. And he danced at shows with Tim's. So if you got hit from him.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Like he
got like bricks on his shoes?
Nah, like Tim's. Like,
I'm saying like
bricks.
Tim's
Yeah. Like, because a lot of times the shows were mostly in the Bronx in the wintertime and stuff. Yeah. So he's dancing on some dudes and they didn't like it. So when one of them grabbed him. So I don't know why. No, I don't know. I think, all right, I was the only one who noticed the instant thing. And by my reaction, I just went running. I grabbed the dude who grabbed him. And then this other dude wanted to, got in. So I grabbed him and I put him against the wall and I just started wailing on him.
Yeah.
That's when the whole shit broke out. And everyone, like, they were this group of, the ones that we hit, they were like outnumbered, I would say like 1 to 4.
Wow.
And they were like about 7 of them, 6, 7 of them. And we were squad deep. And the reason, and then after that, like they were like, "Oh shit, this dude, like, you know, I'm about it. Like I defend these, you know, I'll jump in. I got nicknamed the Enforcer because like, yo, like if somebody was to pop off, I'm in front. Like, nah, you're not popping off. Like that was like I kind of got that somewhat of a reputation. And then we went to a party afterwards, the next day, and then that's when like, yo, my boy Kevin was like, "Yo, we're putting you down, BBH." Oh, wow. I was like, wow. You know, and it became a brotherhood. Now, the sad part about that story, and it hurts because my boy who danced, his name is Chico. He passed away. Oh. And it's crazy how, like, life is like that. Because the thing was, he was an up-and-coming DJ.
Yeah.
And he got booked for a Mexico International tour to DJ. And the bus he was in got hit, car accident. Yeah. And there was no, like, remains left of him. Like whatever was left was like it took him a while to bring him back to the States.
Oh wow, was that bad?
Yeah, super bad.
Holy shit.
Everyone was crushed.
Yeah.
Like at that funeral, it was like, yo, no, stop tears. Yeah. It was bad. But so shout out R.I.P. my nigga Chico. Yeah, and ever since then I was been with him. And then I've like a lot of them I knew from like some I knew from high school. We never really mingled, but then it was like, "Oh, you like this music? You're chilling with them? Oh, what's up?" Like,
so, what's the kind of music then?
Like we're all. It was mainly all based on like hardcore music, you know. But we all like we still listen to rap. Some like back then you had a huge boom of like emo music and more of the how should I say fuck basically like that emo metalcore. I really didn't go off into the other genres. Yeah. I stay mostly with hardcore because it just gives you that boom, 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 boom. Like it gives you that thing.
Yeah.
And like it's crazy as you're listening to it, hardcore music. It really like Juan said it gets you hype. It does get you hype, but at the same time, it levels you down. Like you're like at peace. Like it's you're hearing like excuse me, like. You to yourself, you're like, to a normal person, it's like, what the hell are you listening to? It sounds like chaos. It sounds loud. But to me, like, I like it. It calms. It fuels me up. It gives me that pump.
Yeah.
So hardcore music really big part of my life. BBH, big part of my life. Because, man, we always say this. Remember that movie, what was the movie? Project X?
Yeah.
About that party?
Mm-hmm.
We were the original ones. Then the show was it called Skins that MTV did where people we were the original
with the teens and stuff and
yes we were the original because our group Chilling at Union we used to get like different people involved. You know, you had your hood niggas, you had your metal heads, you had preppy not preppy white boys but like white boys who just like he's a cool white boy, maybe he's the one with the drugs and
he's the guy, he's the plug, he's the plug.
And we had a very big mix of stuff.
Yeah.
So our cohesiveness is like very diverse. And I think that really, because we had blacks, Asians, Hispanics, whites, damn. What we had everything. English. You know, it was just mixed up.
Yeah.
You know, and it represented us. It represented New York. And the crazy thing is, a lot of the hardcore music, it's a lot about brotherhood, unity, that being diverse, expressing yourself, loving who you are. It's all of that. So it was a good thing. It brought us all together. Mm-hmm. It was a good thing. And like I said, we had some amazing fucking house parties. Amazing parties.
I can imagine. Shit.
One in the Bronx was thrown at our boy's crib. It was all chill. And I don't know what ended up happening. Our boy got really tight of some other dude. I don't know what broke out. All I hear is like, yo, they're fighting. So my instinct, I was chilling in this room. I was siphoning with these other people and parlaying with this girl that was there. I immediately like, oh shit, went to see. So I see my boy fighting some other dude. Some nigga jumps in. Like everyone's just jumping in. So we jumped in and we just wailing on these dudes. That fight went from like the kitchen of the apartment spilled out into the hallway, into somebody else's apartment. Because they opened up the door to see what was going on, and they like
kind of got it. Boom,
it went right in and all that, and then somebody came down like, we're calling the cops.
Yeah.
So everybody disbanded. We're walking like 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 when you light a match in a dark room and the roaches. Yeah. That's how we like. Once we heard that, we all disbanded. We left. So
that gives me a specific story too.
So as we were walking back, and we're walking to a train station, we're like, fuck it. Our boy was like, yo, we got this other party in another place. So we're like, oh, fuck it, we out there. Everybody's going there. As we're walking to the train station, I'm in East Tremont, the Bronx.
Yikes.
Yeah. So we passed by we passed by the neighborhood. It's predominantly like, these are all Bloods. So we passing by, and my friend was living there at the time, and he knew a couple of, so like, they really weren't like.
Or there wasn't.
Yeah, because we were a group, so it was like, yo.
Oh, so yeah.
Yeah, so we were good. And like, you know how like, all right, off topic, like you see a group and you're like, why are you doing in our hood?
Yeah.
Well, since our boy was with us, and then they knew him and whatever, they're like, all right. So as we're getting 2 blocks away from the train station, this van just pulls up on us, whoop, pops up on the sidewalk. So the nigga that my boy fought popped out with 2 other niggas.
Oh no. Latin
Kings. And they were like, oh, these are niggas that fucked you up, this and that. And they're like, yeah, they all jumped. Oh, y'all niggas want to jump, da. So I started noticing one dude in the back was really quiet. He had a gun on him. And like, from what it was a fucking Uzi. If he would have taken that shit out, one spray.
Yeah.
All right. Dead. So me seeing that, one of my other boys noticed it too. And my other boy, he's a hothead. He had his knife. So I'm like, this is about to go wrong. So immediately my other boy, my friend Kevin, he was like, yo, let them fight the 1D. So me knowing what was going on, I'm like, yo, let them fight the 1D. Let them fight the 1D. Well, nobody jumps in. And then he was like, yeah. So the other dude that was with them, he was like, yeah, let them fight. So they fought it. Shout out to my boy Spoonie. He got fucked up. Yo.
Yeah?
Let me get you. I'm going to show you the picture afterwards.
Oh, there's a picture.
There's a picture of him that we took on the train.
It was that bad?
Yo. Damn, I got no service here. I'll show you later.
Yeah, show me later.
And
man, Spoonie got fucked up that bad.
My man, Spoonie got fucked up. He took it. He took that L. He had to take it. If not, we would have been dead.
That's true.
So basically, they fought. He got fucked up, and the guy was like, "All right, y'all about to get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm about to hop in this, and I'm gonna see if y'all gonna make it to the train station. Nah, we're gonna kill y'all. We'll spray on y'all." So we booked it to a train station. It was 2 blocks away on some warrior shit. You know, when the warriors are running from the mad turbols or something. Yeah. That they're running and the niggas are on the bus. That's how we were. We were running up the train. And once we got there, we were like, what the fuck just happened? You know? And that wasn't the only time. We also got into another fight at another Bronx house party. This time against Crips. That shit spilled out into the hood outside.
I guess that's why NAFTA said that there's always a fight in the Bronx.
Yeah, like, yo. Oh, man. And it's funny because Napster always hears me talk about, shout out to my boy Napster. He always hears about me and my BBH parties and my brothers too. And they all are like, yo, like, they're intrigued by it. I took Napster one time. It was to his party in the, no, I actually took him twice. First time was a bad experience for him because we went to this project. The party was in the project in Soundview. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that's OD deep.
So we went to this, Wait,
how'd you got there by car?
Train.
Took like a 2-hour train ride.
Yeah.
Hi. Bro.
It's a BBH party.
Damn, it was that good?
Yo.
It was worth the 2-hour train ride.
At first, in all honesty, it wasn't because of what happened.
Okay.
We got there. Ahead. I see my peoples, like, someone in the hallway. I'm like, yo, there's mad niggas in the hallways. And when we get there, shit is packed and it's hot. So I'm giving dabs to
That's the worst.
Yeah. So I'm giving dabs to mad people. I'm like, this is my boy Napster, giving dabs to whatever. We're not there for more than 15 minutes. Party shut down. Cops are coming. Everybody gotta leave. Fuck it. So we're like, Napster's mad pissed off at me. So somebody keeps saying, yo, we got this other party, this other spot. Everybody goes. So we all fall in this one group. So we went to the store, we bought mad beers and shit. One of this kid that we knew, a white boy, well, that white Puerto Rican type.
I see.
He had a Pokemon backpack. He was an emo kid. He had the bangs and all that. Yes, he was one of those, and I don't know what the fuck happened. He got split up from the group. All I know is somebody comes and somebody's running, like as we're walking up, somebody's running, and they were like, yo, fuck, I can't remember this fucking name. They were like, yo, this nigga just got jumped and fucked up.
So funny.
And then we were like, who? And like, the nigga with the Pokemon backpack. Yo, we were like, what? And then like my boy was like, yo, I'm about to go back. Hold this, Eric. I'm like, nigga, you're gonna go back. It's like fucking 6-7 blocks on. You're gonna run back. You're gonna get your ass kicked. And they're like, where I heard was he got fucked up in front of a corner store that was right in front of the projects. So project corner stores are surveillance 24/7 by hood niggas. That's their post right there. That is their post. So I was like, nigga, I'm not like. So me and Napster took this walk. I guarantee we walked in the rain for like about another 30-45 minutes until we realized like people were like,
this party's not happening.
Disbanding.
Oh yeah.
And then we stopped at this fried chicken spot, and all of a sudden we're like, yo, where's everybody else? So I go out, I'm looking, I'm like, yo, everybody dipped. So me and Napster, my homegirl, we took a cab ride back to Parkchester. She went home, and we and Napster were on the train. And Napster's pissed off the whole time.
I can imagine.
He's so excited. He had a fresh suit up on that day. He was looking fresh, Napster. And he was just so devastated and so sad about it. It hurt him. I'm like, yo, Napster, I promise you I got you on the next one. Yeah. So then we did another mind you, again, near this time wasn't at the Soundview Park, it was near it.
Yeah.
And when we were there, like, this party was popping. Lit. Like, that party was really nice. Again, project parties packed, but you know, there was one room where they were at, like, all you did was smell like weed and sex. And then there was somebody was like, yo, somebody was back there, like, you thought they were sleeping, but nah, they were smashing on the floor while niggas were just
that's uncomfortable.
Siphon.
That's uncomfortable.
So it's and the thing is, again, it's a mix. Like these parties, right? It's a mix. So you got your hood niggas, like your hoods.
Everybody from different regions, like lifestyles.
Everything is all boom, and everything is just it's all vibing.
Weed, sex, drugs.
Yes, alcohol, all that. You're all vibing. And excuse me. Yeah. So I have BBH house parties, but I have stories.
So
yeah, there was there's one another one I'll say is that we were doing one for my boys. It was my birthday, my boy Andy's birthday. Shout out to Andy Bambi. Mm-hmm. My boy Leaf. Shout out to Leaf, and my boy Squishy. Shout out to Squishy. Our birthdays all fall within 1 week.
It's weird. I feel like that happens a lot with Brooklyn. Yeah. Happens a lot.
Yeah. Like
it just happens.
And then, so our boy, you know, Brother Man.
I know Brother Man.
Yeah, Brother Man. When he lived in Brooklyn by Myrtle, this spot, I forgot what it was. Like, it was empty. Like, the people went. I forgot what it was, but the spot was empty. So we did a house party. Yeah. Ooh, this house party, like, yo, it was such. I won't say a blur, but it was like, yo, it was pop. It was so pop. It got to a point where the hood niggas there, the blood hood niggas, they came up like trying to see what was up. Like, yo, what's this? All this, like, you know, why they weren't invited? Yeah, and all that.
They were tight.
But they see the liquor, they see the girls that we had, and they were like, oh shit, they with it. Yeah. At first, it looked like they wanted to pop off. I forgot there was one reason they wanted to pop off, but it was my boy Common Situation. Brother Man was like, he spoke his piece, and I was like, yo, y'all invited. Y'all should have just come up. Don't worry about it. You know, at first everyone's like, yo, why the fuck these niggas here? You know, they weren't invited. But Brother Man calmed the whole situation down. And when she calmed the whole situation down, he I was looking at my watch. He was like, yo, just chill, brought them licks and everything. So at that time, Ciroc was just coming out.
Yeah.
So I came through with a nice bottle of Ciroc, and I had the Ciroc, and I used to have Arizonas and mix. Boy, those were
a good one.
Those were the good days. Yeah. And at that party, it was like, yo, it was popping because everyone was having a good time. Like there was, from what my understanding was, there was a girl who got like niggas ran a train on her.
Oh nah.
And it's been verified by people, and there was a, because the good thing about these parties is the majority of these parties, like the girls that go, they smoochies.
They with it.
They all Johns out there, like they were with it. You know, Pork Chop has a famous catchphrase that he always says: "These bitches are with it." Every party he's drunk, he says these bitches are with it. It does baby showers, wedding, whatever. If Pork Chop is washed, he's like, yo, these bitches are with it.
Oh man!
Shout out to my brother Pork Chop. And so it was just fun. And that party, like I said, it was popping because, like, again, we were all there celebrating our birthdays. Everyone was chill. Everyone like, yo. Even I was on the side was some chick, like I was trying to bag and shit like that.
Yeah.
I got to a fire escape. I made out and I sucked their titties.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah, BBH party, like BBH, that whole thing is a part of my life, and like I had great times from that.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You know, for some reason, I don't know why, but I always thought Brother Man was Alex for like a couple of weeks.
Really?
Yeah. You wanna know why? Because we just be talking about Brother Man, and the next thing you know, Alex just comes in. And I'm like, oh, so that's Brother Man. Nah, that's not Brother Man.
Nah.
I don't know why. Just
shout out to Brother Man. That's the most, how should I say? He makes no sense, but makes sense at the same time. Like his logic is next level, but you're like, yo.
If you really think about it,
I will say this. Brother Man is a philosopher beyond his years. His views on stuff is way beyond his years. Yeah. Like, even from anyone. It takes you a while, but like, you're like, this is facts. You know? And the good thing I love about Brother is that he's humble. He know, like, he'll tell you straight off. Like, if we're like, whenever I go to the crib and stuff to chill, like, I'm always putting down for you. I'm like, I can't roll. I'm learning how to roll. Like, everyone's like, you don't know how to roll. I'm like, no, because I fucking provide the shit. I buy it. You know, I come through. I'll buy weed. I don't give a shit. And every time I go to Brother goes, he's like, yo, brother, I feel so embarrassed. I'm like, why? It's like, cause you always come and you're always buying this much. You know, you're trying to kill me, trying to give me a coma, and I can't give you because I'm broke. I'm broke, brother. You know, the only thing I got left is enough for this beer. Like, brother, you're my man. Don't worry. You let me crash at your crib. You've done, you know, you fed me, like, you give me food and stuff like. You're my brother, man. You're a conception, but you're not a conception. Like, he literally is a conception.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I tell him, don't worry, brother. He's so humble. He's like, yo, I'm broke. I'm sorry that I can't, you know. Yeah. But yet it's like, nah, bro, you're a good person. You're a good person, so I don't give a shit.
That's cool.
You know. That's one thing about Brother. He is the way he is, a philosopher amongst light years ahead of everyone and all that. And, you know, he's a very humble person. He'll brag, but like the bragging is mostly like, you know, what type of bragging?
The confidence thing?
Yeah. Or like he says, listen, I'm too ugly to get this girl. You know, and he'll brag that he's not gonna get her, but at the end, like,
he just gets her.
He'll find a way, and he gets her, or he'll get the number. Yeah. And one thing though, and he'll kill me if I say it, but I don't think he will. But he loves Reggie. Me and Andy always tells me he'll remind me, Andy. Shout out to my boy Andy, bad me good. Brother Man is the king of Reggie.
Of Reggie?
Yes.
What's Reggie?
The lowest grade of weed in New York City.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like really, like, it's
nasty weed?
Not that it's nasty, but it's like,
it's low grade?
Yeah, it's like, and Brother Man loves it. He says anything high He says anything high grade gives him a headache.
Really?
Yeah. That's why he always tells me, like, whenever I go, he's like, you bringing all this shit? You trying to give me a coma? You know, like, you trying to put me to sleep.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, so Reggie, that's his main trigger. Yeah, Reggie, because he says it's good, keeps him calm and stuff. Yeah.
I feel like we have to talk about this because I guess all of us in this room are connected to it by some extent. So I don't know if you heard, but Auntie Anne's is closing down.
Nah.
Yeah.
Chime don't travel that far now.
Nah. Yeah. It's devastating, honestly.
Well, upstairs, yeah. Downstairs as well?
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, apparently, from what I've heard.
Oof.
That was a blow.
That's why it was a good thing people got up when they had to. No shots is taking at no one when I say they never should have made it a career.
I mean, people gotta live, bro.
Yeah, I know, but they can, you know, you just can't stay there for 15 plus years complaining about the same thing that never gets fixed.
Damn, bro.
And she don't know about a podcast, so yeah. So
you know, she's famous here, actually.
She is.
Yeah, she is.
I've always used to say, like, you could be my baby moms one day. I was like, I'll have a kid with you. You know, and everyone knows, like, once she got her tits done, they were oof.
It was over.
Oh man, everybody. Like, I always liked it. I won't say this, right? I'll say this. Should I mention her name?
It's up to you. That doesn't really matter. Her name has been mentioned here a couple times.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Ruthie, if you ever listen to a podcast in your life, I love you.
She probably will.
But
she definitely will. Trust me. Trust me. She definitely is gonna hear about this.
And I remember the first time when I got there, I was like, I saw a skinny lady. Her. Damn, she's mad skinny. She turns around. I'm like, damn, got that ass. So I always wanted Ruthie. Ooh, man, I don't know what it was. I don't know if I was the only one amongst people there that the way she was, of like that mean, that was an adrenaline rush that turned me on. I loved it.
Yeah.
When she used to spaz and bark at me, oh man, I loved it from Ruthie. I couldn't take it from nobody else. But just Ruthie, like, talk.
She fulfilled that.
Yeah, like, I'm not into
masochist.
Yes, like, out of all the people in the world, like, I'm not into, like, all the
BDSM kind of
and domination stuff like that. I'm not in that shit's nah.
Turn off.
Ruthie though? Oh shit, man.
She's the only one you just like.
Yeah. Like, you want to tie me up? Go ahead. I'm about that life now with you.
Oh, that's funny, bro.
Yeah.
I don't blame you though. I understand what you're saying, because for me, I just let her talk, and just my day goes by faster. She just like starts barking at me.
And it's funny. I have my many beefs with her. We come to a disagreement.
Yeah, of course.
You know, come to my disagreement about stuff. But at the end of the day, like, she really had love for everyone.
Yeah.
You know, she had love for everyone. And how should I say? She's one person who I say made a big difference in my life. Like, not a big difference, but like
impact.
Yes,
she left
the impact. Like, I learned, like,
she definitely did.
Managerial stuff from her that I've learned was like, all right, that I use in my job right now.
Yeah,
like, I learned from Ruthie and stuff that I got from her, like, of how to be a certain way of type of manager.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely got from her. So I give big love to Ruthie.
Yeah, I love Ruthie. Even though we had fights, even though sometimes we're a headache, but it's all good.
And it was funny because as some people would just be like, why does Eric only work with Ruthie? And it was like, and the thing was, it was like, she's admitted it to me. I don't know if she said it to, like, out there or to anyone else. She'll be like, she said a couple of times, oh, if Eric's not working, like, if Eric's not gonna work today, I'm not gonna work. Like, there were times when people, like, so I come in, I'm thinking, I got this day off, and I look, I'm like, damn. And then Ruthie's like, Goldie, you're gonna be working with me, and I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. I would gladly accept that day of work. You know, and again, like, before the podcast started, we were talking about was our boy Joel. Shout out to Joel.
Oh yeah, Joel. Yeah,
when he went to military training,
she was the drill sergeant.
She was a drill sergeant. That woman prepared him for the army.
That ass, yo.
And when I heard that, I died laughing. This man said that woman prepared me to deal with drill sergeants when he was training. So Ruthie is one of those people, like, you know, I don't stay as much like in contact with her, but it's one of those things where like I'm old, I'm working like crazy, and you know, I'll you know what, I'll give her a hi. Like I'll send her a text.
Yeah,
I haven't spoken to her in a while, but yeah. Auntie Anne's really, oh man. I think
when I heard that, was like, oh nah, it's over.
Like it all started from there. I have this thing called the what is it we call it? Like my tree of hires of Auntie Anne's.
Your tree of hires?
All right, like you know how in football you have a coaching tree?
Yeah.
Like these coaches came from this coach. And
yeah.
So I have a tree in Auntie Anne's that went from me to Junior to Juan to Napster to Alex to Fabian to Brother Man, Andy, my boy Kevin, Elsa. I had a whole bunch of people that got hired just like through me.
Yep.
So I had this like little
Auntie Anne's went through like dynasties.
Yes.
That went through dynasties, went through kingdoms, little eras.
There was a Great Reyes, Reyes dynasty.
The Reyes dynasty.
You had
this is funny. What is their last name?
Cool.
Sisters.
The Padillas?
Padilla dictatorship. The triumvirate. No, the triumvirate. The triumvirate.
That's perfect. Oh my God, that's perfect.
The Padilla triumvirate.
Oh,
and
that's
after
perfect.
that, it was the Conception.
That's perfect.
The Conception dynasty. After that one.
Yeah, we had.
I call it the Paulino coalition right after the Conceptions left.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
right.
I was just
like, who works there? Oh, I mean, I want to stop by and say hi. You know who deserves a big shout out because he's the man. Troy, yes. Troy is the man.
Yo, he is the man.
Troy, if I'm gonna send you, like, when this podcast comes out, I'm gonna send you in so you can listen to it. Come on the podcast, bro. You know,
you're right. I should invite Troy.
He's
hilarious.
He's a wise man.
I should definitely invite Troy out here. Yeah, Troy now got certified
to be a personal trainer. Shout out to him. Yeah, when he put that up, I'm like, yes.
Yeah, it's about
I was like, Troy, you're doing it, brother.
It is.
You know, and who else? Charles is the man. Charles was a
good old Charlie.
Yeah. Rudy Roo.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Rudy.
Stutter Dash. Mad people there. Diamond. Stop. Stay quiet.
Stop.
Just look at that Instagram. That's some great fat material, I must say.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there was one day that I me, Pedro B, we dubbed it Get 'em Daddy Mondays.
Get 'em Daddy Mondays?
Because there's a song from Cameron, Get 'em Daddy. So it would be me, Pedro B working in Diego. So up front in the register, right?
What's that?
And the manager at the time was Lisa.
Oh, Lisa. Ooh, damn.
So, you know, Lisa had that cake.
Yeah.
Like, Lisa, oof. God bless you, Lisa. And right next to, you know how it's like the rolling station?
Left, yeah,
and then the next register, the first register, right? So it was Diamond. I remember spandex, leggings. That's what I got to say. And then.
Good thing about OTS, they didn't really enforce those rules, right?
Yeah. And then you know, a lot of eyeballs, a lot of trees got burned because my eyes couldn't focus. I'll say that much. And so yeah, Lisa, Diamond, and then Marlene.
You mean Adrian's sister?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
No disrespect to him, but damn, that me, Diego, and Pedro be in the back, we'd be like, Get 'em Daddy Mondays, bro. Because it was it was XL culo, large culo, medium culo. And like, damn. Those were good times.
I don't know, I went through depression at one point. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. That was a horrible time to work there.
That was a horrible time to work at OTS.
The only thing to look forward to was like either the customers, like some customers, or like the girls that worked in other places.
Yeah.
The only thing there at the time was really...
Or
like,
Thursdays or Fridays when it was just nighttime.
Yeah. And... But we had oh my God.
Bad days.
there was a good amount of girls. Like I'm not gonna mention if they ever listen, but because I got them on Instagram, so I was gonna put down. So I'm gonna stay quiet.
I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
And I saw them like, damn. I mean, they're doing good for themselves. Shout out to them. They're doing good for themselves right now. But
they really are.
Damn.
Auntie Anne's was a good experience.
Oh, most definitely.
More for the people than anything else.
The experience, like, yeah, because like it's crazy. I've never seen such a work atmosphere become so family oriented in terms.
Yeah.
Literally speak figuratively.
Literally.
And literally, yeah. Really.
The circle came together in Auntie Anne's with you guys.
Yeah. And, you know, a marriage blossom out of that.
Oh, you forgot about that one. Oh, shit, I forgot about that. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
No name dropping, just...
Everybody knows.
You know, what, Joel just had a kid.
He did.
I mean, she never worked,
She never worked there.
She never worked there, but like, you could tell,
Liz was a sister?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
All right. What else? Oof. Many fights, backstabbings. You know.
A lot of interwork relationships.
Yeah.
I mean, the marriage did blossom out of that.
It was a great freak fest, I would say.
Yeah.
And a lot of amazing. If one place in that store could talk, not even the store,
the back.
That dough room has stories.
Son, what?
Oh my God, that dough room can tell stories. Oof.
Jesus Christ! Everybody,
has
experienced that dough room.
Even the storage room itself.
Yeah.
You know. Oh my God. Sipes that happened in that dough room.
Oh, the hot box thing.
My God. Were you there for that one?
I was there that day. It was ridiculous.
Ooh.
Jesus. Tom, oh my God. Shout out to Tom, though.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, Tom,
thank you very much.
You know, Tom is a Republican. Shout out to Tom, our who used to be the at our former job, the owner.
Yeah.
You know, from was a hippie himself, guys. I think he's one of the few Republicans who live out in Long Island who were like for legalization of cannabis.
Yes, definitely.
When I heard that, I was like, it's an interesting person there. And then me and my brother, when we heard him, how many concerts we invited him to? The Iron Maiden. We're like, Tom, we're gonna go to the Iron Maiden concert. He's a rock fan. He just chuckles it off. You know, that white chuckle.
Yeah.
And you also had Black Sabbath. I forgot what else. There was another. I think Def Leppard. They had concerts in that area. Yeah, me and Junior were like something about inviting him. Funny thing about Tom, I even gotta say about his white chuckle. Andy used to hate his pat in the backs.
Yes.
Yo.
They were so, I don't know. I understand why back, maybe because they were like patronizing.
Yeah, like he gave you that good job, but it was like no, but it was funny. Like, that's why, you know, like I said, there's so much came out of that store, so much came out of that job, you know, and it's sad. Yeah, it's really, really sad.
All of Auntie Anne's
is going down. I mean, because I remember it was like, all right, they closed. I thought downstairs was gonna close first in Amtrak.
That's what I thought.
I thought Amtrak would have been there forever. You know, it's a big store. It brings in mad bread and stuff. But nah, capitalism at its finest, right there, man.
Yep.
You know, big fish eat little fish.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, hopefully everybody, you know, if they lose their jobs or whatever, you never wish for that. But
nah, I know he's gonna open another store somewhere.
Yeah.
Still,
there's always unemployment. Shout out to them.
Nah, bro.
Now, I don't know if you saw my post the other day. One of my Instagram story was when I was showing different stats about legalization of cannabis.
Mm-hmm.
How in Colorado, like at the end of this year, it's gonna surpass. It'll reach $2 billion in tax revenue, licensing fee, tax, like all
ever
that.
Since it was
legalized 5 years.
Legalized 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about to reach $2 billion.
Shit.
the first year that it got legalized, they had a surplus in tax because if I remember correctly, I was watching this report on MSNBC, and where they said, they had a surplus. Like, if I remember correctly, every state has a cap on the tax they could collect. Mm-hmm. Because of that year when they legalized in 2014, when they did the fiasco year, the following year, mm-hmm. they surpassed that cap of the tax they collect because it was so much. What did they do? They gave it back to people in their tax returns.
That's fine. I wonder how much they got.
And they've done it every single year for the past 5 years. It's always surpassing the cap.
Have you went to Colorado?
No.
You should. It's really fun.
I want. Oh, the problem is I'm a Raiders fan. If I go out there, I'm beefing with all them Bronco fans. Shout out to your Eagles winning that Super Bowl. But just know in 86, was it? I might be mistaken. They did whip the Eagles' ass in the Super Bowl. So, no beef. And, no, Colorado do one of it. I have my nieces out there. Shout out to them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, got those...
2 daughters, yeah. Mm. They're out there.
And they went far.
Uh-huh. They're the only No, there's other Dominican. Actually, one of my nieces, she has a thing where they have the Dominicans meeting in Colorado.
Get out of here.
No, I'm serious. They have a group. Dominicans meet up.
Dominicans meet up in Colorado?
And to me, when I heard this, I'm like, all right, all they got to do is talk bachata, dance bachata, and eat. Dominicans. Yeah.
I respect it.
So, I want to, venture out there. But... Same thing with California. Like first year after they legalized it, they're already halfway. Not even halfway. I'm sorry. They surpassed 350 million in tax revenue and all that in their first year, and they're projected to hit $1 billion. I think is either this year or next year, just because of the influx. So to me, I'm like, I'm putting this in. Go ahead.
No. I just wanted to ask a question. More like, so what do you think about? Let's say, for example, people say that. What does it say about society that we are looking to legalize drugs just because to make a quick buck?
At the same time, I will say,
where are our morals?
Is it really a drug, or is it something that
it's a drug,
or is it something that was giving? Listen, is it really a drug, or is it something that's given a label? Because I was watching this documentary recently, and where the people who were using it a lot first were Mexicans, and how should I say? During the Mexican-American War, for the South, and once some of them stayed over and worked and stuff, they would always smoke weed. By that time, marijuana or cannabis back then. And then in Louisiana, Louisiana is a big birthplace of marijuana as well, because a lot of jazz musicians used to use it.
Weed?
Yeah. So the government came up with a way of making it so the white America can be like, oh, they're against it by showing how blacks and browns, well, it's them. This is their drug. So they labeled it. It's a drug. It does this. It does that.
I remember that. Yeah.
But a recent finding in China discovered they've been using weed
Well, weed is has been around since
cannabis. For a while. They've been using it before the BC. I forgot what. It just recently came out of that discovery because they found traces in this. Out of all the things, they found traces in a bowl.
In a bowl?
In a bowl. So you know how when you smoke weed, you can smoke on a bowl. So out of all the funniest things, they found it in a bowl.
Yeah. I mean, well, those kind of plants and stuff have been used for God knows how long.
Yeah.
Since before civilization.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying it's a drug in a sense. Maybe when we're thinking about drug, we're thinking about the negative connotation to it.
Yeah.
But it's a drug because I'm saying it creates an altered state of consciousness.
True. Okay.
The same way that coffee's a drug in a sense.
Yeah.
It gives you a boost. Tea is a drug.
Sorry to cut you off real quick. People who drink coffee and they act really angry in the morning if they don't get their coffee, I hate you.
It's, yeah.
Even
though I shouldn't say that. Even though I shouldn't say that because I work for Starbucks, so they bring in the money, but still, they get mad.
Yeah, I don't understand that, but my bad.
Anyways, yeah, I'm saying things like that are a drug. Like liquor is a drug, even though nobody really wants to admit it. Oh my God, forget about it. Have you had a conversation with your mom about saying oh, weed is a drug, blah, blah. And I'm like, the same with that liquor's a drug. And you drink it every day.
With them, I don't really bring it up with them. Yeah. Like, because with me, it's like, all right, that's good. We all know Dominican parents, it's a lost battle.
There's no getting.
They're the Golden State Warriors of arguments. Dominican parents. You're going to lose. Take the L. Just walk away. Yeah. Even if you know you got the win, nah, you lost.
It's over.
And like, this is going to be off topic, but they will shit on you by going back to their days.
Yes.
I walked 45 miles to go to school barefoot with one pencil. Nigga, I don't. Not that I don't care, but like, that was
it doesn't connect to what I'm saying.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, it has nothing to do with what I'm saying.
My father has stored. Oh my.
A father?
My father has. Oh my God.
Your father's Jesus.
He's a living legend.
It really is. I remember that one time. Your mom. I don't know if you was there. I'm not. You were either no.
For what?
There. I guess Diego and I we're watching New Japan. We're watching WrestleMania. I don't know. So we're watching wrestling, right? And we just got excited because something happened, right? And Diego and I just yelled, right?
Yeah.
And then your mother comes, right? And she's saying, "Oh, you guys are being loud," and she was legit like blocking your father.
See,
but we felt his like pressure, and I'm like,
my father is any one of my friends, like they will tell you. He is like legend. Like
he is.
It's not even out of like the dishes. Like, all right, we fear him. It's just like he has his own persona. Basically, Bleach.
He's Kenpachi in a sense. Like his no. Sorry,
he's
Yamamoto.
Yes, that's who he is.
Yes,
you he and you're like, he ain't gonna. But like you have to respect it. Like that's we always had a thing with my father when Bleach was a hot anime.
His Reiatsu.
Yeah, we used to joke and we used to say that his thing was his bunkai was he'll open the shades and he used to like ask my brother like we will sleep like yo we could have been working the night before or we went to sleep late and it's like 10:30 a.m. and he'll whip them shades open and tell us get up, it's really late. We're like, what time? He's like, it's 10. I was like, but you're making it sound like it's fucking 5 in the afternoon. That was my father. Shout out to my pops, love him.
Oh man,
but yeah, back the like I never had that conversation with them because like I never like
there was no point.
It was never a point for me. Yeah. You know, I like with others I'll have that conversation with other people when they're hard-headed and like when they want to bring up the whole religious people want to bring up it's a hallucination. You know, God is not for the hallucination thing. But my thing is like, wait a second. They say the whole thing about like if you anything that alters your mind and your perspective of thing or like you hallucinate or your body like alters your body, it's like bad. That's some religious people say that. But my argument to them, right? If like they're Catholic or Christian or my bad, they bring that up. I was like, y'all don't drink wine. This blood of
the spirits don't get to you.
Like, and y'all don't feel a little bit buzzed that you know.
To alter.
So that's you know that's
same thing.
Yeah,
same thing. But I'm saying, but back to the original, like, I guess conversation. It's in the fact that we have to resort to legalizing a drug in order to make a quick buck. You know, so what does that say about us specifically?
I don't look at it like we have to make a quick buck. I look at it as like, all right, we got to do what's right, in the sense like the information, the studies have been done of like the great medical benefits, health benefits, you know, mental health, like it's just so many benefits from one plant that the U.S. government just wants to like. Now they're coming to the light.
Yeah, now
like,
they're coming to the conclusion that you know it's fine, it's cool. So so in a sense, we legalize the drug because of its done positive.
Yes.
Because
the thing is, everybody knows that right now, when people want to attack, you know, people who are cannabis enthusiasts and stuff like that, you know, it's easy for us to say, well, y'all taking opioids. Y'all destroying your bodies off things y'all think is good for y'all. You know, to this day, there hasn't been, and, you know, cross my fingers, where's wood? All right, somewhere there's wood. I'll knock on there later. Knock on wood. No one's ever died from or been overdosed from marijuana, like legit connected to marijuana. But we have an opioids epidemic right now.
Yeah, we do.
You know, and yet we have these two families, the Sackler, and I forgot which other family control most of the pharmaceutical stuff and the opioids. I think it's a Sackler family. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you can look it up. The Sackler family, they knew what oxycodone and all these stuff were going to do.
Yeah.
They were given test results, lab results. They were given that information. They knew this is what's going to happen to the people. They're going to get addicted. They knew the outcome.
Yeah.
Push it. You know, when you see the arrest right now, and I forgot what I was watching the other day. I forgot some. I think Killer Mike was talking.
I like Killer Mike.
Killer Mike.
Yeah.
And he said, how is it that these doctors who are getting arrested, when blacks and browns go to the hospital, you're just given this little bit of medicine and told, come back when you whatever.
Yeah.
But when you got whites going in, the doctors have no problem giving them 50 pills and they don't care.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny how in a way opioids really hasn't come to like the black and brown community and stuff like that, but it's destroying the white community. But yet the doctors who are getting in trouble for it are white doctors. You know, and now same thing with this.
You think it's because it could cost? Maybe?
That and the addiction of it. Like people are like, once you get hooked, you want it more. You want it. And then, you know, not only that, but like people now who are hooked, again, same family. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, I can look it up, but they also found or patent, because everything now is by patent. And then I forgot what I was watching. I think it was maybe John Oliver. I forgot what I was watching, where they say that patents for pharmaceutical drugs, once it gets
like John Oliver.
It gets patent, like they keep that patent. They don't let it share, and then the only way you have to release it is if somebody else finds a way to change it. But what they do is that they change it themselves and say, oh no, we're gonna patent it for another 5 more years or 10, whatever it is.
So they extend it so nobody else can do like a research.
So once pharmaceutical companies, they get this, they stay with it. That's why they always have them. Yeah. So the same Sackler family, they found a patent where they found the cure for opioids, for people to be cured, like for the
addiction.
Yeah, for the addiction.
Yeah,
and they're selling that.
Oh, wow.
So not only did they cause it, now they're like, well, look, we got the
solution here.
We have a solution. Yeah. Pay for it. You know, and the thing is, opioid. And then I forgot the last thing that I saw the other day was they now want to push to provide opioids to kids, to babies.
Oh, damn, that's
they how should I say? They knocked the dose, like the strength of it, and where you could give it to a baby, or you could give it to little kids. I don't know. Look at it. Yeah. They're just
health hazard than anything else.
And then the thing is, you have like again, you have the U.S. government like, oh, really? We're just gonna fine you X amount of dollars because you knew what was going on and you did not do anything to stop it and prevent it. Mind you, like these people are responsible for a whole bunch of deaths, destroying a generation of parents and people, right? Yet when crack was put in the streets in Harlem and all that, and everyone knows the crack epidemic was started by the government. You know, I'm not a conspiracy theorist type of person, but it's like everyone knows, like, yo, like that Ronald Reagan drug war and all that Nixon, all that stuff. No, like they were the ones. I forgot who was it. Somebody said that it was a dealer who in Harlem. He got a lot of his drugs from a U.S. government official, and that's how it flooded into Harlem. So, you have all this, and where the black and brown drug dealers who they're selling coke, heroin, crack, you know, all that.
Yeah,
they're all locked up. They're all doing 20, 30s. You know, some of them, you know, some of them are dead and stuff like that. But yet, this family right here has done way worse. These pharmaceutical companies have done way worse, and they're still doing way worse. And yeah, it's a slap on the wrist.
Well, yeah, that's true. White collar crime doesn't really get punished as much as blue collar crime.
Yeah, that's very true.
Well, Eric, we got like 3 minutes left. So anything you want to say last?
Shit, this was an awesome experience.
Yeah.
I still got more to talk. I still have more of the stuff I wanted to say.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, cool, man. It was an honor, David. I'll shake your hand.
I'm glad you came. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I'm horrible with names. Ben.
Everything's breaking fourth walls.
Yeah, I'm horrible with names. Everybody at my work, if you're new at my job, I tell them, yo, give me 3 weeks to know your name. It could be the most simplest name, 3 weeks tops. At best, I'll get it within the first week by the end of the Friday. But nah, like there's these 2 new persons, like really quick that work on my job. So I was like, listen, y'all got to give me 3 weeks to get your name. One girl I gave a nickname to. The other girl, I think this is the 3rd week, and I still don't know her name.
At least you admit to it. At least you admit to it, bro. At least you admit to it.
I told him straight off the bat. All right, but yeah, Dave, thank you, brother.
Bro. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it.
No problem.